Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
First down throw, Darnold. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Darnold. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, Darnold. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw, Darnold.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Panthers are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. On the give is Nwangu. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Nwangu. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields eluding the pressure right. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Fields throw into the hands of Pitts here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. From the gun, here's Fields. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's second and a yard. Now it's Fields. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Fields throwing again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
What was that, man?
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 29, Darnold. They'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now it's Darnold. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. He finds his man, complete. That's Webb. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 21 yards there on third down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw is Darnold. And caught by Trimble. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
McCaffrey. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Darnold. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Through an opening, and there he goes.
This is my
He
low,
takes
baby.
this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Coup now for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Handoff here to Nwangu. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Second and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Darnold on first down. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Darnold. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
And the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. First down, Fields. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On the run is Nwangu. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Give left side here for Nwangu. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Fields now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Handoff right side to Wangu. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run with Nwangu. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level, and the secondary the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again to the fullback on the dive. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. Darnold on target to Moore for the Panther first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Darnold. Again, he finds Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had 5 catches in the wild card win, and that's his 5th here, and it's good for a first down. Here's Darnold. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And so much of football is about mismatches. And here, they're going to line their running back out wide to the right. And I think defensively, there's a little indecision. They weren't quite sure how they wanted to defend that. And they weren't able to until he was way downfield.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, I
frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And out across midfield, down to the 45. 121 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Off play action, Fields sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The 20, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for them.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Nwangu. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their word from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kene Nwangu. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Darnold now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw here. And hitting Juju on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Webb. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To the air again, Darnold. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. He finds his man, complete. That's Webb. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Darnold. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Panthers. From 6 yards away. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point now by Boswell. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Carolina scores to cap it off. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the give is Nwangu, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Nwangu. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Boy, 175 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. The Falcons are moving on. Congratulations to them. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's the NFC Championship game. We'll see Justin Fields and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Trey Lance and the Washington football team.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Washington football team and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
We can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. It's taken to the 26. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd down at 4.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 40 yards rushing for him now on the opening drive of this NFC title game. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Chase Young in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts there to make the grab. And the Falcons have struck first in this NFC title game. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved, fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. On 1st down, Lance. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They snap it to Fields. Flush to his right. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington.
And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. This is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance goes right back to Smith again. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Gibson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Lance. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them, that big play right there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Off of play action, here's Lance.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump it for a loss of 8. From the 9, here's second and goal. A give to Gibson running right. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he's got his man on the out route. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do. Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, Fields. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. Now it's Fields. Right back to Pitts again. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. Rolling to his right. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. He'll try again, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. On the draw, it's Gibson. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From just shy of midfield, Fields finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think...
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
Picked off at the 39. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
To throw, it's Lance.
And this one complete to Smith. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Lance looks to throw again.
Wide open receiver complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
final shot before the break. Fields. They'll roll him out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Breaking him down there, Jonathan Allen.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Fields.
20! Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, his second touchdown of the night, and the Falcons will extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington.
And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Lance now on first down.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Falcons say they have it, they do. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. So that'll back him up 5. Back to throw. Fields. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown Atlanta. Kyle Pitts saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Coup for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense back out there. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Shotgun now for Lance. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Lance. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Lance looking to throw it. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Washington. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One play action. Fields. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.